Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new, my name is Mel. I share cooking videos on this channel and I share all kinds of recipes. I felt like it had been a while since I made pork chop, so today I'm going to be sharing 3 pork chop recipes with you. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Starting off, we're going to make these delicious $1 million pork chops, one of our favorites, of course. I'm going to start by preheating my oven to 375 degrees, and then in a nice big cast iron skillet I'm going to start some bacon. I'm cooking up about 5 slices of thick bacon. Next I have some pork chops here. This is what the pack looked like. They had some smaller ones and bigger ones, so I decided I'm going to have to cook them together, but strategically. So I went ahead and just seasoned these up with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper on both sides. And since these 3 on the right are a little bit thicker, I'm going to start those in the skillet first. And I have this skillet on a high heat. This is the one I just cooked the bacon in. I removed the bacon and now we're just going to use that bacon grease to help us cook the pork chops. Basically, I'm just searing these on both sides and I'm going to let these ones go a little bit longer. Once I flip the big ones over, I'm going to add in the smaller ones and just let them go from there because I want to try to get them as evenly cooked as possible before I put them in the oven so they take about the same amount of time. Over to a bowl, I'm adding a half a block of cream cheese that has been softened, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 green onions chopped up. I am going to reserve a little of those. Most of my bacon, again reserving some of that bacon, and about a 1/2 cup of mild shredded cheddar cheese. Go ahead and get that mixed together and then set that aside until your pork chops are done searing. And then you're just going to add it onto each one of your pork chops. I just tried to evenly divide it between all of them and spread them across each pork chop. Now I'm just topping each one of my pork chops again with some more of this mild cheddar. There is no wrong or right amount to add to this. Add whatever you think is right. Now they're going into the oven to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes until they are cooked all the way through, and then you can top them with the rest of the bacon and green onion just like this. I served this with some steamed broccoli, and then I also had a Knorr packet in the cabinet that I really wanted to get used up. It was just like a cheddar broccoli, so I went ahead and made that along with this, and this was dinner on this night. Next up, we're making these super duper easy Parmesan pork chop bites in the air fryer. I started with about 5 pork chops and I just cut those into bite-sized pieces. This recipe is inspiration actually from a TikTok I saw a very long time ago. I've been making it ever since and me and my husband both really love it. To season up my pork chops, I'm going to go ahead and add about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt and about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and get those all mixed together. I just add those all into my air fryer all at once. They will cook just fine. And then once I get them in the air fryer, I'm going to cook them on 375 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're cooked all the way through and some of them start getting that nice brown crispy look to them. At the halfway point, I usually take them out and give them a little bit of a mix. That way they can cook a little bit more evenly. Once they're done, I just add them into a nice big bowl. I'm adding in about 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, but you could use salted, it's totally up to you. I'm gonna mix that butter in and let it melt down with these pork chop bites. Next, you're gonna add in some grated Parmesan cheese. I did add in a little bit too much here. I didn't quite mean to add this much. You need about 1/8 of a cup to 1/4 of a cup depending on how much pork chops you had. And the last thing you're gonna add is about a teaspoon of dried parsley. These are so easy to make and so good. I just served mine with some mashed potatoes. And if I can find this recipe online, I will link it for you. But if not, I will just type out the way I do it. But like I said, these are so easy and quick and such a good dinner. Next, I'm showing you this super easy marinade. This actually is not the recipe I was planning on putting in here, but the recipe I was going to do just did not work out. So I decided to share this other super easy one that you can do in 2 minutes or less. Into a large gallon size bag, I'm adding in 5 pork chops. These are boneless pork chops. Next, add in 1 tablespoon of ranch seasoning. And then to finish this off, super simple, like I said, I'm using this garlic Parmesan marinade, and there was about half of a bottle here, and I'm going to use the entire thing. I started this marinade about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't end up cooking until about 5 p.m. So they had lots and lots of time for the flavor to really build on these pork chops. Once you get everything on there, you're just going to mix them up super well, and then these can go into your refrigerator until you're ready to use them. I know this is a store-bought marinade, but adding that ranch powder in there really gives it a little bit extra flavor. And then, of course, if you're a garlic, ranch, Parmesan lover like me, which I could eat everything with that flavor, this is a tasty marinade. My husband cooked these out on the grill for about 4 to 5 minutes per side until they reached at least 145 degrees. Here's what the pork chops look like when they're all done. These are a super simple recipe, but yet so flavorful, and me and my husband both really like a simple marinade just like this. We also grilled up these veggie skewers as well. I'll be sharing those on Wednesday actually, so I hope you come back around for that video as well. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate when you come over to my channel and spend your time watching my videos. Leave me a flower below if you made it to the end, and I will see you guys back here on Wednesday.